この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, your bleary-eyed boy, and I am here for Frieren, your ancient aged elf. What's up, people? We're here for Frieren episode 15. Last time on Frieren, we had a hell of an episode. We had romance, we had intrigue, we had fumbly-bumbly childish mistakes, and we had resolutions. Resolutions that echoed deep into the past. A little kerfuffle over a birthday present forgotten or felt weird about or felt awkward about because Stark doesn't know what the hell he's doing and doesn't know how to initiate stuff. Turned into a whole bunch of from a fern that eventually led to some serious conversations with Sign, demonstrating real early in his journey with our party just how valuable he is as a not therapist. He's not quite a therapist, but at least as like a guiding figure who can give advice and stuff. You know, the thing that priests are really there for the most part, is like somebody in a community who you can go to and without repercussions tell them what's going on in your life, and maybe they'll be able to understand it and give you some useful advice. Hell yeah. All of that led to a cute choosing of an item, bracelet that we gave to Fern, which ends up turning into kind of like matching bracelets between her and Stark, which is really cute. But more importantly, the mirrored lotus, the symbol of love that is that bracelet, turns out to be an important symbol to Frieren too. For one hero, Himmel, got down on his knee and gave her a ring that she still places deep importance on. But, well, it's a complex set of feelings that come out of that. I was pretty giddy and excited when it happened, and some people in the comments have pointed out that maybe that's not how everybody felt about that scene, and when you take it in context, maybe that's not the right feeling. Not that there's necessarily a right feeling or whatever. I was just so excited to see a scene of a proposal, of like a seriousness, like at the end of Kaguya-sama, and at certain points in Kaguya-sama when shit gets real and they say things to each other and you're like, they're actually gonna say the thing, holy shit! This is anime, people. We don't, they will, they won't they, and then we won't they, and then we keep wanting they until we can't sell the anime anymore. No. We willed they. And then the sad part is, we know that they wanted. That's really fucked. But my excitement and giddiness was over the beauty and cuteness and overall romance of the scene. But Juan in the comments pointed out, behold! Everyone's favorite scene from the manga animated. In fact, many people cried at this scene, and I'm surprised you were more giddy, though I guess that's a logical one out of the several emotions you could feel. Me and a bunch of other parts of Watchers, however, felt an immense sense of loss. Himmel's love never came to fruition, and the implied feelings teased since episode 1 that are finally confirmed concretely here just leave an immense sense of melancholy. It's almost worse than losing a lover, losing someone before you realized and could reciprocate. Yeah. Patience is a virtue, but the willingness to wait and let things slip through your fingers and let the flow of the river of time, as we saw Frieren laying in the very beginning, slide past you, I don't think that's a virtue. I think that's a sad, sad thing. You've only got so much life to live. Even Frieren, who is functionally immortal in this world, only has so much time to spend with those not so immortal people who surround her. There's only so much time. I think narratively or allegorically or archetypally or whatever, using Frieren as this example, as someone who continues to grow and age and be, gives her the capacity to look back and regret in a way that humans, we'd kind of die before we get that, you know? I think maybe all of us have had that high school crush that we only found out many years later could have been a thing. You see these posts on Reddit and elsewhere where they're like, yeah, I was super into this chick in high school, and I didn't think she was into me at all. And then she messaged me 10 years later, was like, hey, I was almost really into you. Why didn't you ever do anything? You're like, what? What? Oh no! And then that haunts you every time you take a shower for the entire rest of your life. And as you're falling asleep, that scene pops back into your mind and, it haunts you forever. So maybe it is a very human thing, but there's something about the true and deep finality of looking back at someone who is no longer and realizing that they loved you and that you might have loved them back and didn't reciprocate when you had the chance. That's a punch to the gut. That's a knife through the heart. That's pretty bad and pretty beautiful. There's something deeply bittersweet about it, and I think that makes it really useful. Emotional impact has meaning. It's got merit. It's got purpose too. If you felt strongly about that scene, if it was sorrowful to you or horrifying to you or a mix and both beautiful and deeply sad, that can teach you something. That can teach you that that's something you maybe want to avoid. So then I think the next step is to step back from your own life and to evaluate and look and see, are there opportunities that I'm missing? Are there things that I'm going to regret not doing? Am I reluctant to follow my adventures? Sign was reluctant to leave his village and head out adventuring. Romance is a different kind of adventure, isn't it? It's a big change, an adventure undertaken with another person. I think with that as a framework, we might have a better chance than Frieren did of recognizing the potentials of the present and jumping on them before they slip through our fingers. Unlike Frieren, we're way more limited. We've only got so many opportunities over our lives. It's really important to reach out and take them. And on that note, I have something in my life that I really want to tell you because I think it's cool. I've been making a much ado about it for a couple of weeks and I finally did it, so it's great. I think we talked about it in the Sign episode. I think we talked about it a couple episodes before that, and we talked about it probably in ReZero a couple times as well. Yeah. I've been playing with the idea of going and joining a combat sport. In particular, I keep riding past a boxing gym, and I've been like, I really want to go out there and do the thing. I am now Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Today I'm taking off, but that's 4 days. I'm now 4 days into going consistently to the boxing gym. I went in, paid the dues, started learning, and it's great. It's a hellish workout. It's a really good time. I am sore constantly and pretty tired fairly frequently. And it's going to be a bit of a mess trying to figure out how to incorporate it into my whole schedule. I'm figuring it out, But it's a joy, and the biggest joy of it isn't even the thing itself, isn't even the doing it. It's that I get to just throw off that reluctance and throw off that burden that I was carrying around of, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know yet, I do want to do this thing, but I'm not doing this thing. There's so much tension that happens inside me, and probably inside any of us, when I have a desire and I'm not actively moving toward it. Maybe that's okay if it's like a latent subconscious desire and you haven't figured it out yet, but you should probably figure it out and then move toward it. That would be my idea. But once the desire has been recognized and spoken out into the world, once I sat here in front of the camera and was like, I want to go to the boxing gym, and then I continued to not go to the boxing gym, that weighed on me and weighed on me and weighed on me. That's a lesson. That's an important thing to remember or to notice. Those things can weigh on you if you don't take the actions you're wanting to take. If you set a goal for yourself or establish a written or spoken desire, there's something like an oath in that. And there's something about you that demands that you fulfill that oath, even if it's failure, even if it leads you to realizing that it wasn't something you wanted to pursue in the first place. Like, I could have gone into the boxing gym and day one could have sucked, and I might have walked right out of there and be like, all right, I'm not coming back. Thanks, coach. Peace. case I've learned what I needed to learn, I don't like this, actually. But instead, it was the opposite. I got to go in. I got to remove from myself the burden of wonder and question and not knowing. Got to collapse that wave function, that like set of possibilities, down into a reality. And it's a good reality and a cool reality, and I enjoy it, and it pushes me further toward overall broader goals that I think are valuable. So this is just me practicing what I preach a little bit. I like to talk about jumping on the opportunities you see in your life. We're limited. We are mortal. We are finite. And you only have so much time and so much energy and so much lifespan to squeeze what you can out of this world, out of your own existence, right? And it's not about taking from reality for yourself. It's about, well, it's your existence. It's your damn life. You get to choose where it goes and what it gives you and what you give back and all that jazz. So I'm really in favor of jumping for it and moving toward it and going for it. And I understand the reluctance to do that. I really deeply do. It's something that I battle with constantly. So here's me just a couple days after overcoming that reluctance on one particular thing, telling you who might be sitting on the sidelines of something that you're wanting to do, telling you after the fact that it was worth it, that it was really good. And I'm really pleased that I crossed that threshold, that I got enough energy to overcome that activation threshold and move forward. And I encourage you to try to do the same sort of thing. Obviously not necessarily with boxing. It's not for everybody, but for whatever it is that's you. So, I've asked this before, but is there anything that you've been called to that you've been reluctant to pursue? Is there anything that pulls at you that you're scared of? I'd love to know about it, and I'd encourage you to pursue it. Not with any pressure, not with any force, just with the knowledge of someone who's passed that threshold, who's done this many times, and every time I haven't regretted it. Every time I've watched the reluctance and regrets build up in me as I don't do the thing, and then when I do the thing, they vanish. It's a kind of personal magic. No lucky girl bullshit, no manifesting, no garbage, just the true magic of following your intuition, of trying the things that actually call to you, and ignoring or overcoming or being willing to engage with your fear and your reluctance. It changes the world. It changes the world, and you can build up little instances of doing that toward bigger instances of doing that. Little instances of putting yourself in discomfort, moving toward the bigger ones. And it can change your life in unfathomable ways. In unfathomable ways. So our episode last time was about a tale of two rings, and that's what I want to draw. A bracelet with an opened lotus, and a ring with a closed one. Powerful symbols. Also, I spent this morning, I'm so chilled out. I spent this morning listening to Flying Lotus, because lotus rings, right? God, what a chill beat maker. Super sweet. Till we conquer them all. Till we conquer them all. Oh, I didn't turn the camera on. Pink. And I will see you on the front lines of war. Hey, that turned out pretty well. That's like almost a coherent three-dimensional object. Something like that, probably. On the front lines of war, and I will stand by till we conquer them all. Till we conquer them all. Beautiful. I'm quite pleased. Ah, it's a little funky. There's a little fiddle over here. It looks like it's twisted. But that's just the nature of these lines. I messed up the precise location of them. Otherwise, I'm quite happy. Shading looks okay. Actually looks kind of shiny. All thanks to using reference material. I wouldn't have been able to do that off of nothing. No chance. But hey, a tale of two rings. A song of interlocking lotuses. Very good. Very good. Good times. Okay, we are good to go for Frieren, episode 15, and something smells like trouble. And I have no idea what that's going to be referring to, but I'm ready to find out. If you are, I've got the episode up and ready to go. There'll be two versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on the YouTube, beep beep timer to count you down, early access on the Patreon, beep beep timer to count you down. Smells like trouble. Looks like peaceful, though. Looks pretty great. Squad. That was really cute. But you knew each other a little bit longer than that. Wow, that was really good, too. That was like a wham bam of extraordinarily expressive little facial things. So now we know how that goes down. Yeah, they could be anything, like a mimic. A name! They don't have a name! Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be a name. See, that's just not true. Also, you have the old... Yeah, but she doesn't count. Pervert. Ooh! Surely it will be totally fine here and nothing sinister will happen. Oh boy. Oh my. This is a Mushishi episode. This is a Mushishi episode. That's what this is. This is a Mushishi episode. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, what nature spirit have you, There's our title drop. Whoa, we're not gonna save these people? Aww, that's clever to put that in the ending thing. Well, do you have remove curse? Anybody got it? It's both on the wizard spell list and the cleric spell list. Oh, so curses are just the same, they're just unknowns. That's really cool. Mmm. Okay. Glad we've got a priest with us then. Yeah, man, you do your work. We believe in you. Owners of said scriptures? Okay, so it's done by rote. We just don't understand it at all. In-world explanation for the power dynamic. Oh, wow. Can even detect them. Of course it is. Fetch quest? Attack quest. Defeat the monster quest. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do that one. We are an adventuring party of murder hobos. Let's go murder a monster. I wonder what it is that's making everybody fall asleep. Oh, did Stark just get affected? Shit. The least magical and probably weakest among them. It could be enough for a trump card, but we should move it. I wonder if they'll start dropping one by one until it's just Frieren or Sign left. Hey, just float the boy. There you go. There you go. Float the boy. Oh, Ferna's going. Oh yeah, she was falling asleep in the very beginning too, but that probably wasn't a result of the curse. Fern? We're gonna narrow this down. We're gonna narrow this down to Sign. Ooh, that's a familiar barrier. Cool. This is a cool dynamic. Keep Frieren with you and wake her up for 5 seconds, dude. It's gonna be really important. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can totally. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Zion, you ready to be a hero? Yeah! So, can we trust this boy? All our main party members eat show. Oh my god! What in the fuck? Because the smell. Ha! That's dope! Let's go, Zion! That looks awesome. Yeah, why is it so shiny? Books! Scripture! Gospel! Shit. Not enough. Not enough. Oh, it's mirrored! Fuck! Like mirror armor. Especially if your magic is light-based. Oh, we got a full 3D shot! I wonder who this is. That looked really familiar. That, like, everything starts to move at once moment? That looked so familiar. Yeah, this is a lot of weight on you, Zine. No, but you could have... No, but maybe you should trust her. Come on. Put the faith in the elf. She'll figure it out so fast, man. Oh, wow. Wow, really? Oh, that's the friendo. The adventuring friendo. Don't fight it alone. Wake me up. And her words in this case are don't fight it alone. Hey! Yeah! I bet you wake her up and she's on, baby. All right. Already there. Already up. She's so good at this. Holy shit. I guess she'll be awake now. It's really good to travel with a level 20 mage. No prob. Easy sleazy. What's up? That was so sick. That was so sick. That was a great fight scene. It doesn't top the other one, but it was fucking sick still. Hi, little burbs. Oh, love burbs. Is that an older lady? Oh. Oh, Zion, you might want to stay here for a couple days. Cheeks are all flushed. Ah. Ah. Yeah, for sure. And thought it through, chose to trust. There's a lot there. Hippity hippity hip. Oh! A little weird head pat. How deeply awkward. Oh, nice. Aww. Oh yeah, he's gonna be saying it forever. Whoa! Fortress City. Okay. Wow, okay. Odd Jobs? Oh, hello. Ooh, wait. Is that... Oh, are you about to get drafted? Also, doesn't that guy kind of look like his brother? I don't think it's his brother. Kind of looks like him, though. Stark. Okay, clearly not his brother. Oh. Stark is ours, bro. You can't have him. We need money. We need money. Money, though. Money. Oh, right, she has no fucking clue. Frieren. So there is some potential similarity. Huh. That's a big poster, dude. Big painting. He does look a lot like you. Are we Prince and the Paupering you? Oh my god. He's dead. And that's the end of your line, right? So there's wow, that's really cool. There's politics involved. Mary? You're gonna have him parade around and pretend. I don't like it. 3 months? To learn ballroom dancing and stuff? Okay, that's pretty good. A what? Oh, damn! Any book? Hey, you don't get a choice anymore, buddy. Oh, he got hit really hard. Yeah, there you go. Shit. Shit, he's forced into it. It is sad. So we're gonna chill here for 3 months? I guess it's just 3 months to Frieren, but wow, this is gonna be really good for him as a warrior, though. Even the dance is gonna be useful. Yeah, Zine. Oh my. Oh, we get to live in the lap of luxury for a little bit. It was really good for him, yeah. Etiquette and reading and dancing and... Xiao. Xiao! Wow, wow! Xiao! Oh. Aw, she looks at the hair like... Ugh. He's a deeply sad man. He's packing it down. Damn. Mm-hmm. And out of touch with his own emotions, or unwilling to be. It's a pretty familiar position, eh? Even with the scar on one eye, it's like so deeply familiar. That's pretty cool. And he's getting sword training. He who never tried to pull the sword. Oh. The Wigglies. He's got the Wigglies. Damn. The father you never had. Neither did I. So was I. That's a really good answer, man. That's a really good answer, man. Do you? Oh shit! Oh shit! You're the companion. Ooh, shiny. Oh wow! Oh no! We're gonna. This is gonna be a thing. Full Kira Knightley. Squeesh. Wonderful. All right, the time has passed. The lovely ladies, the lovely gentle knights. That's a hell of a top outfit. Oh, that's a hell of an outfit. Oi, hoi, 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 hoi. It just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Yeah, we might as well. You're so smooth. Oh, her hair looks so pretty. Everything's a little bit shinier. Oh, if I didn't know better, I'd think maybe we were trying to do a romance here. What with the buying of extremely romantic jewelry and the dancing. Oh wow, they got the footfalls right. There's so much effort in this episode already. It's amazing. And with all the multiple dancers as well. Oh, that's gorgeous. The dress. Oh, that's gorgeous. Holy shit. Look at that cloth movement. And the hair. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm falling in love with both of these characters. Just eating the cake. Hell no. Wrecked. Wasted. So. Oh, he blames himself. Hiya. Yeah. Yeah, it's a flash to his father. What are you gonna say, Stark? True. I can't stay here either. Oh my god, yep. But both of you have gained something from this. He knows. Damn. Damn. And it came true. So that's why he's so awkward. He's deeply ashamed. Yum. Oh, no ED. Oh, choosing a grimoire. Yeah, give me a week. Give me a year. I think that's his first line. Is that word? Working away? Clank, clank. Yeah. Oh, but he's there being a father for his real son who's really here. He couldn't let go of the son who was gone. so he couldn't focus on the son who was still there. Just being here with Stark lets him see that and lets him have closure. And that means he can actually be a father. Wow. A nameless hero, a long-lived friend of mine. How very interesting. Ooh, this is a pretty beautiful episode. One about families in a lot of ways. It's split right down the middle. And I think the two halves of the episode shall not meet in many ways. These are separate chapters in our story, so let's address them separately. And I think we'll move backward, starting with the second half and moving from there. This is a simple story, but also a complicated one because, well, that's the nature of human emotions. We're sort of accosted and brought in, but the striking resemblance between these characters is not to be dismissed. This really is the spitting image of his father, and he really is the spitting image of his son. And amazingly, both of them trying to do something for their own ulterior motives lead to connection and real connection and real ability to overcome something that's holding each of them back. I think it's kind of amazing and kind of magical. It's built out of flaws, out of failings, out of mistakes. Not just the mistakes that this father character has made toward work or anything like that, but like the idea of lying to your people in order to rebuild your forces and pretend that your son is still alive for a little while because it was your son's wish or not, that's not great. It's not super good. It's living in a lie. But somehow living out that lie and carrying it to fruition allows this father character to return to really being himself, to have closure and to leave his grief and his sorrow and his loss behind a little bit. It's kind of amazing. And then for Stark, who never had that affection or guidance or even anything but hard driving force from a father figure, and more than that, disdain and contempt, gets to live up to something like the fiction of being the first son and having a father who's there. But both of them are tempted to stay. Both of them are tempted to continue that dynamic a little bit, but both of them know that it's false, that it can't be that way. And yet that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to play out a scene in a way that gives you closure, even if it's not permanent or right or real. And I think that's really, really true. I see it frequently in role-playing games, something that I like to be involved in. The ability to play out scenes that impact you in a different context with different characters in play can be deeply cathartic, deeply helpful, can bring resolution to events that you can't resolve. Our psyches are so weird like that. We can live with an open book, and while it's open, it covers everything else, and we can't look at anything else. Passing through that story and bringing it to its conclusion can let you close that book and put it back on a shelf, and then you have access to your whole library again. It's like you're a whole person once more. But it's so strangely easy to, in the wake of trauma or loss or a mistake, to forget all of yourself and become consumed by one element. When you're grieving over something, nothing can pull you out of it. It's like a quick distraction, and then you're back to that reality or falsehood, however you want to see it, that reality of loss, and nothing is the same. But here, these two characters, both of whom are missing a piece, they're able to fit each other's puzzle pieces for a little while. And it's pragmatically important. We need the money. He needs this to tell this lie. But more importantly, it's it's mentally, psychologically important for both of these characters. I think it's really cool. It also takes Stark from where he was, which is kind of a country bumpkin with a big axe, and gives him some interesting training that makes him a bit of a more well-rounded humanoid, which is pretty cool. Also makes him a bit more of a gentleman and perhaps more capable of courting someone like Fern, which happens over the course of this episode. I mean, it happens here in the guise of trying to determine if what I'm doing is good, but there's more to it. The symbols have meaning, and Fern knows it too. Pretty cool. Even here, even this is indicative. It's meaningful. Wirt, dead though he is, looms oh so large in his life. Huge, even. Takes up all of this space. All this space in his mind, and all he can do is stand and stare up at this loss. It's deeply sad. I can't say I enjoy this, but I need your cooperation. So we see echoes of Stark's own life. He shows little improvement. And it's beyond an echo. This man is again the spitting image of his own father. And now he's being made to act the role of the first son, the heir. And in doing so, he's getting that training and practice. Calm yourself, take deep breaths. He sees his shaking and he goes and he acts to fix it, to solve it, to save it. It's a bit of nurturing that Stark just hasn't gotten. And then this line is maybe what he was desperate to hear all his life. All his life he's told he doesn't have his brother's talent. He doesn't have his brother's talent. Stark is not his brother. Doesn't have his brother's talent. He'll never be. This guy sees it a little bit differently. No, he doesn't have that talent, but he is hard at work, and it will be of value to him. One day he'll even surpass me. And we banter back and forth. And I think with the I do tell him, but it's gone to his head, I think my first impression was that he doesn't actually tell him and he just thinks that he does, and he hasn't really expressed it very well. That's what I would read there. But I think that might be the opposite. I think what we might be doing is demonstrating to Stark that maybe that situation is a little bit more complicated, and maybe people have a reason not to give you compliments if they're trying to train you. It's not a good way to train people, by the by. A carrot's much more effective than the stick. Actually, both together are much more effective, but it is a wrinkle. Man, they should have gained some weight over these couple months, just chowing the donuts. I love the hair combing. It's just amazing how much we can do with hair and clothing and stuff. It's really pretty freaking stellar. So we do their trainings on different sides, and then we smash them together here for this. So, you want to dance? All formal, all perfect. And this is no symbol. This is a real moment. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We practice. We might as well. Yeah. It's not like I want to. It would be a waste. And their dance sort of starts tentative, following the steps that they know. And then it begins to pick up. We use these wipes across the characters really effectively. And then suddenly we're flying. We're soaring. And it's beautiful. Look at the cloth. Look at the cloth. Look at it here. And then there's this moment of spinning. Look at that. Look at that. And then we cut it at the exact moment. Just that slight angle shift. That's so cool. That's so pretty. And then a dip. This is more than just practice. These two vibe. Frieren doesn't. And then conclusions. Finally, an open and honest conversation. We can't replace what each other have lost. But you've been of value to me. You've been really helpful. I gotta go too. So we part on excellent terms, richer by 1 grimoire and 10 gold coins. And all we had to do was learn a bunch of useful skills for Stark and have a really cute dance. I love this half of the episode. I think it's great. Now let's go to the first half of the episode. And this one will move forward through, although we're still kind of moving backward. You feel me? Okay, we're going to move forward through this because we start off the episode with some really lovely facial animation stuff. First, Fern nodding off, he's beautiful, especially with the shadows passing over. And Frieren's reaction to that is also gorgeous. And then we have this close-up of Zine at some point. Yeah, this one, where the wind blows, and then he goes through like 4 different expressions. Like registers what's going on, smiles at it, haha, that's very silly. Oh, they're so cute, content, and then, using the blink to wipe over to looking forward into the future. I see, and so off we go. It's really freaking cool. What do we lack? MILFs. A thief would be good too. I love the tone of coming into this village and everybody's asleep. It's mysterious and creepy and spooky and mushishi. It's perfect. I love it. He gives us an opportunity to teach us a lot about divine magic versus normal magey magic, which I think is pretty cool. And it has to come from the books. You have to be an owner of the book, and we don't mostly understand it, so it's mostly by rote. I wonder, was it literally passed down by the goddess? Like, do these books actually come from divine hands, divine words? I don't know. It's a curious question. There's something about this shot that I really like. I don't know why, but all of us standing in height order against the wall is just really cute. There's something, I feel like it's almost a reference to something or something like that. I don't know. But it's also pretty cool. All 3 of our potent, powerful, valuable characters have to just stand by the wayside when it comes to something like a curse. If we didn't have Zine with us, we would just have to bounce from here, and quite possibly we'd all fall asleep and be trapped in this Sleeping Beauty bullshit. Good thing we've got a talented priest with us. And indeed, even though his talent only allows him to wake one of them up for 5 seconds, that is the difference maker. That is what we need. All right, time to go kill a monster. And so we do. We lose them one by one. But Frieren tells him what she really needs to tell him. And then it's all on Zine. Do you trust? Do you have faith? Do you believe? With Heiter's words in his mind, he chooses to. Turns out he's right. Frieren is capable, and even in a matter of milliseconds, is ready to go. This is a really cool monster. This mirror coding of the leaves is neat. The actual action of the sequence is fantastic. There's a particular cut that I think stands out beyond all the rest, but even these quick moving, jumping out of the way flash sequences are really cool. And the loopy, whoopy, flippy, whippy parts of this monster are something novel that we haven't quite seen yet in Frieren. It looks really good. I'd say this is reminiscent to me of the types of animation that we get frequently in Pretty Cure, because very often they're fighting a large monster, right? And there's lots of action and movement in particular. This feels like the action animators were the ones in charge of making the scene run effectively, if that makes sense. Like, they're the ones who have the goal in mind and the ability and tools to fulfill that goal, and so it all meshes really well. That's just the vibe that I get. That, or the AD is very experienced. Something like that. Yeah, like a mirror. And we get to see how thoughtful and intelligent Zine really is. He is a capable fighter. Battle Magic Blast. And it closes right up. I love how it cinches down like a butthole and then covers itself. It's a cool set of effects too. Simple, but awesome. And then our camera moving in and out gives us a lot of sense of space and looming from this big flower. You big leaf. This can only get worse. Okay, here's where we kick in. This is so interesting because this looks to me like a cut that could be from like Chainsaw Man, maybe. We've got nothing moving, and then everything starts to move all at once, and it's really surprising and really interesting. And I'll bet dollars to donuts, I won't be able to name the animator, but I'll bet dollars to donuts when I look it up and I find that cut, I'm going to go, oh, it's that guy or that person who did the animation, and it'll make perfect sense. That just it feels so familiar to me. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a total newbie web gen animator who's just kicking ass on their first project or whatever, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we're going to know who animated that sequence. I don't know who it is, but I think we'll know. We don't have time to trust each other. I don't know what she's thinking, but neither did Hyter. I love sprinkling that guy back in there, because I think we know that he's out there somewhere, and we're going to meet him somehow. Just sprinkling in aspects of this old adventuring friend, you know? I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. So I trust her words. I chose to believe. And so he chooses to believe. Awakening. And as he's saying what needs to be said, and she's already there, already going, already has a spell prepped, cast, ready, and is casting it in the right direction to spew around over all the way this way and blast right through the core. Frieren is truly a monster when it comes to combat magic. I also think that the way that it dissolves looks awesome. That looks awesome to me. Looks awesome. Hey, pretty good job you did there. Hell yeah. And then the little lovebirds. Aw. And we even get a cute thank you from a total hottie. Yow. Yow, ow. I love the little blush. That's so cute. So deep, incredibly cute character interactions that solidify Zion as not only a useful member of our party, but someone that we can trust and who trusts us. Didn't have time to figure out the trust and stuff. Well, now we have. It's when the rubber hits the road when it matters, and that was about as rubber to road as it gets. Every single one of them could have died. They could have all been trapped and sleepified by that simple curse. And that ends up showing us a bit of a wrinkle. You can be as powerful as you want in one field of study, in normal mage magic, human magic, right? And if you don't know the things outside of that field of study, you're fucked. You're going to be absolutely fucked because you might have zero defenses against what some weird creature whips out. I'm going to bring this back to something that we talked about in Jujutsu Kaisen, Miyamoto Musashi's Book of Five Rings, where Book 5 is the Book of the Void. And one of the core tenets, or what my takeaway is about the Book of the Void, is the void is the way and the way is the void. That by finding what you do know, that reveals to you the things that you don't know that you don't know. Those are the void. All the things that you haven't practiced. All the things that you realize or recognize that you're not competent in. Those are the void. The way is to find those things and pursue them. And become competent in them. So that they become less void. But also, that doesn't work because the more I know, the more I realize I know nothing at all. And as you learn things and expand your way to include pieces of the void, you'll understand all the other things that you don't know. So, like, I knew that boxing was something that I totally didn't know. Now I've gone into the boxing gym and done a little bit of boxing in the pursuit of incorporating some of that void into my way, right? Pursuing that space that I haven't filled. And everything that I learn in boxing teaches me just how deep and how much I need to learn if I wanted to actually become competent. Things that I couldn't have known before actually learning and trying it become revealed to me as out of my grasp at present because I realize now where my grasp is. Because I understand the way that I've traveled, the void outside of it becomes a little bit more clear. And then I can angle myself toward it and incorporate new things. So, in context here, a warrior could be the greatest warrior, but if that warrior is going up against demon magic, they might be totally fucked. A wizard or mage might be the greatest mage, but if they're going up against curses, they've got no defense. Heck, they can hardly even notice that it's affecting them. So, there are two things that I like about it. One, it works really well on a psychological perspective and can be applied to your real life. Nobody is good at everything. Nobody has 20s across the board in all their stats. It just doesn't happen. Finding people and surrounding yourself with people who have complementary stat blocks to you and complementary different pursuits and interests and values and goals and stuff, so that they're working in different directions through the immense infinity that is the void of the unknown, and together you can poke at the thing and maybe get some inroads and get some stuff done. But also because if you run into problems and they're not in your wheelhouse, maybe they'll be in your friend's wheelhouse, and then you can solve them really well, which is super awesome. But also, it does some mechanical or in-world justification for adventuring parties in particular. You really need somebody who's different, who's got that divine magic. Otherwise, your whole party is weak. You really need somebody who understands demon magic and how to balance it and fight against it. Otherwise, your whole party is weak. You really need somebody who's a physical warrior who can fight other physical warriors off, because they might be able to toast you if you're just a wizard. It ends up being kind of Rochambeau-y, a little bit rock, paper, scissors-y, but more complicated. It's just everybody has some value, and all classes have some real importance to having them around. I just think that's really cool. So we get to see our party, and it's also really helpful in context here, having just picked up Zine, to force him to be the cornerstone or the key member of the party for this encounter, because now we get to see what he's really made of and whether he's willing to take that leap of faith into trusting the rest of his party. And he is, and it goes super well. So, overall thoughts, episode really cool. Me like it very much. Me go look up Sakugaburu now and see what is up with this episode. Okay, so we are on episode 15 with order score, and it looks like I'm just going to need these first 3 or so. Maybe these as well for like hair stuff and sign faces and things, but mostly it's these 3. I'll grab this one, and 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 I'll grab this one as well, just for fun. Boom. This is Myeon, with all of the dancing sequence and all of the movement and the freaking violins and the dresses going schmoovy-woovy, and it's just so fucking sick. The contraction of the dress is so soft, is amazing. Fantastic. Myeon, what have you... Wonder Egg Priority and Bochi the Rock! Ooh, that's Boji though, as well. Oh, is that the Jujutsu Kaisen OP? No, in Cylinder, okay. Oh, that's Jujutsu Kaisen though. So this is from Boji the... not Boji the Rock. From Osama Ranking. There's some crazy smoothness in these cuts, but this is all that backstory. Oh, this is the OP stuff. Yeah. But it's got a bunch of people. 12.3 to 13.9 is Myeon. Oh, that really smooth face stuff. That's just it. Just that. Okay. Cool. Oh! In Cylinder, Myeon. This is Jujutsu Kaisen. These really smooth moments. Again, it's that super smooth motion. Okay, what is the timing? 9.2 to 10.5 is Myeon. Oh, is it the lotus? It is. It's the extremely smooth lotus moving. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern. I'm seeing a pattern here. Okay, very cool to know that. And then this is also Myeon. 15.4 to 18, also in the Jujutsu Kaisen ending. Oh, with the really smooth stuff. What is this in? This is in Osama Ranking as well, and this is also with Verkrieg, Toru Iwasawa. This is an amazing lineup. Oh, it's this! Also extraordinarily smoothy, and like, sort of frame by frame-ish. Whoa! And then, sort of similar. Huh. Oh, it's this sequence? Yuki Ito, Kerorida, Myeon is just the 56 to the end. Whoa, that's still 30 seconds. What? With the full jam out from Bochi as well. But this is a sequence that's pretty different. This is the one where I said I thought that it was rotated over CG, and people argued back and forth about whether it was. But I'm also pretty sure that they used a CGI base. but it's not a simple trace over. There's a lot of extra. Okay. So, we go somewhere else. That slow wake up from Frieren, and then the big blast. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's reasonable to have this cut up on the top of the Sakakaburu. This, I think, is the one that I was really looking for. Toshiyuki Sato is listed. And 05 to 013, maybe Sato, that's right when we go and everything starts moving at once, right? No, it's not. It's where he's whipping around. Okay, where's when everything starts moving all at once? That's not in this sequence. Okay, cool. This is more Myon so really staying consistent with the dancing stuff. Using the same artist for a lot of it. Oh my god, and for so much in this whole sequence. So much of this really deliberate character animation is all from Myon. That's awesome. This is artist unknown, but yeah, you know the episode is about to be good when it starts like this. Holy shit, what a true. From that moment, it was like, wait, what was that? Was that cool? That was cool. And then we turn and we've got Zine doing the same thing. You know it's going to be cool. You know it. The second cut where Fern's head is falling down looks so fluid. Is it rotoscoped? I have no idea. Oh, haircut. Hair draw. Rina Kagiyama. Sweet. Thank you, Rina, for your beautiful hair drawing. Okay, so I have been unable to find the cut that I was particularly looking for. I'm thinking it might be this one. Yep. It's this one. With all the background animation. NC? No credit? God damn it. It's so familiar to me. I know I've seen this artist before. I know it. I know I've seen this artist before. Anybody got any ideas? Or at least people who you think are stylistically similar? There's something about that jump from like normal, everything's moving. Background animation kicks in. We're rotating around the scene. I don't know. Darn! That makes me so sad that so many of these cuts are credited, and the one that I really wanted to see the most is unfortunately not credited. Ding dang darn it. Ding dang darn it. Oh well, so it goes. Either way, this is a visually gorgeous episode with a whole lot that pulls me in. I like the idea of it, just from the tension of coming into this village to the monster itself. I like the way that we eliminate the party and pare them down until it's just Zine having to make decisions. I like all the settings for it and the backgrounds for it. And then when we get to the second half, it's amazingly cathartic and emotional and fulfilling for Stark, and then romantic and beautiful and kind of lovely for him and Fern. Zero complaints, only happy. Only happy. What a lovely episode of Frieren for a Wednesday, y'all. What a good time. Thanks for joining me for it. I'll see you next week for more. Much love. Peace.